If you're anything like me, then when you're out doing a really heavy ride, all you want to eat is something light. Water, enhanced with a hydration mix, and gummies are my two go-to nutritional choices when I'm putting out max effort over a long period of time. I'm going to tell you today about Skratch Labs hydration mixes, as well as Powerbar's Powergel shots. Skratch Labs has the word lab in the name for good reason, and it's not just for marketing. Skratch Labs was founded by a PhD, Dr. Alan Lim, and there's a lot of science that goes into the development of their hydration mixes. I'm going to tell you about 3 of Skratch Labs hydration mixes that will help you tailor your hydration to your body as well as your event. The first hydration mix I'm going to tell you about is Skratch Labs Wellness Mix. This is not a hydration mix formulated for an athletic activity. The Wellness Hydration Mix is designed for when you're feeling sick. The mix of sodium and carbohydrates are formulated to help boost your immunity. Proper hydration is crucial for staying healthy. When your cells are properly hydrated, they're more resilient against attacks from viruses and bacteria. In addition to rehydrating electrolytes, the Wellness Mix also comes with a bit of zinc. Zinc has been shown to be a powerful immune booster. The Skratch Labs Wellness Hydration Mix is excellent to have on hand during cold and flu season. It's designed to help you get over an illness faster so you can get back to training sooner. Skratch Labs Sport Hydration Mix is designed for athletic activities. Skratch Labs is breaking down the principle that simpler is better in 3 easy ways: less sugar, the right electrolyte profile, and only real fruit as flavoring. In the Skratch Labs Sport Hydration Mix, there's 4 grams of sugar for every 100 milliliters, compared to 6 grams of sugar or more for the same amount in competing brands. The right electrolyte profile allows your body to rehydrate more effectively. The Skratch Labs Sport Hydration Mix has an electrolyte profile that actually matches what's in your sweat. You're supplying your body with the correct ratio of potassium, magnesium, and calcium as it's sending out in your sweat. The positive side effect of this is because your body can easily replace what it's losing, you have less risk of indigestion and bloating. Skratch Labs only uses real fruit for its flavors. That means that when you're choosing strawberry, or you're choosing orange, you know that there's tiny little ground up strawberries and oranges in these things. If you look at the ingredients, you'll actually see that they say strawberries and oranges in them. The real fruit also gives it a light, not sickly sweet flavor. This means it's easy to drink throughout the duration of your event without getting tired of it. The Skratch Labs Sport Hydration Mix is an effective hydration mix that you can drink all day long. Skratch Labs Hyper Hydration is a hydration mix designed for extreme conditions. It's not for everyone and it's not for every day, but it's there when you need it most. It's designed for those situations where you simply can't keep up with how much sodium you'll be losing through sweat. Those really grueling rides under the hot sun for hours and hours. The Hyperhydration Mix is designed for folks who sweat bricks. We're talking folks who have white salt stains on their clothes when their sweat has dried. They look kind of like an East Coast city road at the end of winter. Most importantly, the Hyperhydration Mix is designed for when you're going to be drinking so much water that you risk diluting the salt content in your blood system. When you overly dilute the amount of salt in your blood, you run the risk of causing what's called, and I'm going to mispronounce this, Hyponatremia. For anyone out there who hasn't experienced of this, let me tell you, it's not fun. You feel like you've come down with the flu. You feel nauseous, you feel weak, you feel cold and clammy, you feel irritable. You definitely don't feel like carrying on with a big bike ride. And you run the risk of making yourself gravely ill. I really like the Hyperhydration Mix. Where we live in Northern California, we experience extremely hot summers. We're talking 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, or hotter. We have amazing trails in our Upper Bidwell Park, but they're fully exposed to the sun. So if I want to keep riding locally during the summer, that means that I need to properly take care of my body to withstand the heat that I'm going to be facing. As someone who's experienced hyponatremia before, I'm very conscious of making sure that I'm consuming the right amount of electrolytes for how much water I'm taking in. The hyperhydration is perfect for me when I need to make sure that I am getting enough salt for how much I'm sweating and drinking. The hyperhydration mix is extra salty, whereas the sport hydration mix has just under 400 milligrams per packet. One packet of the hyperhydration mix has over 1,700 grams of sodium. The only flavor that the hyperhydration mix comes in is passion fruit. That's because passion fruit was the only real fruit found to mask that super salty flavor. As someone who sweats a lot and has experienced hyponatremia before from drinking too much water, someone who likes to ride on our trails throughout the summer, no matter how hot they get, the hyperhydration mix is perfect for me. But it's not for everyone. If you do think that the Hyper Mix is right for you, head to skratchlabs.com and read through their information about it thoroughly. Make sure that you're going to get the most out of it. I suspect that if you were to invite Skratch Labs to a party, they would be the nerds talking your ear off with some heavy information about whatever it is they're into. But they'd also be the experts that you turn to when you need sound advice on that subject. Skratch Labs publishes a lot of free information about some pretty heavy science topics written in digestible language. Want to find out about the physiology of sweating or hydration in the Krebs cycle? And head to skratchlabs.com and prepare to get learned. There are a lot of electrolyte gummies on the market right now. It seems like every brand has their version of them. Powerbar are setting their Power Gel shots apart from the rest with the unique texture of these gummies. The Power Gels actually consist of two textures. The gummy part is a firmer texture than other gummies that I've tried, and then they're filled with a syrup. So it's kind of like a fruit gusher for adults. The package that the gummies come in are actually easier to get into than other packages that I've dealt with. They still aren't super resealable though, so I find the best thing to do when I have a ride or a race where I need instant access to a gummy is actually just to stick them to the top tube of my bike. Add a little bit of moisture on the underside of them, give them a firm application to your top tube, and they should stay pretty fixed for the duration of your ride. One of the reasons why I really like electrolyte gummies is they allow you to replenish the electrolytes you're losing through sweat without having to drink a whole bottle full of sweet liquid. Gummies are also an excellent way to portion and time out your calorie consumption. They come in 3 flavors: orange, raspberry, and cola. And the cola has caffeine in it. My 2 favorite flavors are the orange and the cola. The orange is almost like an orange sherbet. It's a very light flavor, and I find that I could eat these all day long, probably already have eaten too many, without getting sick of them. I usually don't like cola flavored gummies. I find it just tastes like a bad soda, but these actually have a very strong cola flavor to them, helping to provide a little bit more of a savory gummy flavor compared to the orange. Not the biggest fan of raspberry. The flavor wasn't quite there for me. I'd much rather stick with the orange or the cola. On top of having a dual texture, they also have 2 types of carbohydrates. So you're going to get an instant boost of energy as well as having a sustained energy source as well. If you're a big fan of gummies but you've gotten tired of the offerings out there, give the Powerbar Powergel shots a try. The change in texture is just enough to make these gummies new and interesting and break the gummy boredom. So next time you're about to do a heavy ride and looking for something light to eat, check out Skratch Labs Hydration Mixes and Powerbar's Powergel shots. Your stomach will thank you. Yum.